Chosen one, this message didn't find you by accident. God led you here for a reason. You've been walking a path of growth, isolation, and preparation. And for a long time, it may have felt like you were carrying the weight of your calling alone. But hear this. God never intended for you to fulfill your assignment in isolation forever. There comes a time when destiny brings alignment and heaven releases connections that match your purpose. You're about to meet someone, maybe a friend, a mentor, a partner, or even a divine helper, who will not just walk beside you but multiply what God has placed within you. This is not about convenience, it's about divine alignment. Let's break this down. Before we dive deep, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, because this message isn't just content. It's a divine confirmation for the chosen ones, and a heartfelt thank you to everyone who's been supporting through Super Thanks. God bless you richly. Your love, your presence, and your faithfulness do not go unnoticed. To all of you who continually watch, listen, and align, I'm truly grateful. If your spirit feels this frequency, type 77 in the comments right now. That number isn't random. It's a prophetic signal that you're ready to receive the divine alignment, the divine connection, and the divine partnership that heaven has already written into your story. Not everyone will make it to the end of this message. Only the truly chosen. Those who stay will gain clarity, discernment, and deeper awareness about the person God is preparing to send, who will not just walk with you but match your purpose. This isn't a message you hear once and move on from. This is a living word, a spiritual blueprint that unfolds layer by layer. Watch it again whenever your spirit is stirred, because each time another confirmation of divine alignment will rise to the surface. Let's dive deeper. Chapter 1. Divine Timing of Connections. Chosen one. One of the most important truths you must embrace is this. God's timing is never late, never early. It is perfect. For years, you may have wrestled with questions. Why did people leave when you needed them most? Why did friendships dissolve so suddenly? Why did relationships you thought would last forever end in silence and pain? You may have taken it as rejection, but in reality it was divine redirection. God was not punishing you. He was protecting you. Every disconnection was a safeguard. Some of the people you desperately wanted to keep close would have drained your energy, clouded your vision, or even sabotaged the calling God placed on your life. Their presence in your story might have pulled you away from the path of destiny. Chosen one, God allows certain doors to close, not because He wants you lonely, but because He wants you prepared. He knows the weight of your assignment, and He will not allow people who are not aligned with your purpose to derail it. The reason you have not met this divine connection until now is because both of you needed to be refined. Destiny connections are not casual. They are spiritual covenants. That means both hearts must be molded, both minds must be renewed, and both spirits must be strengthened before the alignment can happen. If either of you had shown up too early, you wouldn't have recognized each other properly. You might have mishandled the connection or failed to value it. But God in His wisdom allowed time, trials, and transformation to prepare you both. Think about it. The same way you've been healing, growing, and letting go of old wounds, the person God is aligning you with has also been walking through their own wilderness. They've had to face their battles, learn their lessons, and shed their old skin. Their preparation was just as important as yours. When you both finally meet or reconnect, it won't be forced, confusing, or unstable. It will feel ordained. You will know that God's hand orchestrated it because the timing will be seamless, the alignment undeniable, and the purpose greater than either of you imagined. Chosen one, divine timing is like the ripening of fruit. You can't rush it and you can't delay it. If you pluck it too early, it's bitter. If you wait too long, it spoils. But in its season, it is perfect, sweet, nourishing, and complete. That's how God works with destiny connections. He doesn't allow them to come into your life until the soil of your spirit is ready to sustain the harvest. And once it happens, you will understand why every delay, every heartbreak, and every separation was necessary. So do not mourn the people who left. Do not question the failed connections of your past. They were part of the pruning, not part of the planting. God is preparing you for divine alignment. And when it arrives, it will not just bless your heart, it will bless your destiny. Chapter 2. The difference between distractions and destiny helpers. Chosen one, Not everyone who enters your life is meant to stay. Some people came only for a moment, others for a season, and only a select few are meant for a lifetime. Many of the people you thought were permanent turned out to be temporary teachers. Some carried lessons wrapped in pain, while others carried mirrors that revealed the areas of your life still in need of healing. They may have looked promising. They may have spoken beautiful words. But not everyone who shows up has the right assignment for your destiny. Distractions often arrive disguised as blessings. They appear exciting at first, but over time their presence pulls you away from the path God set for you. They demand your energy but never refill it. They consume your focus but don't contribute to your growth. Some of them even look like what you prayed for, but lack the fruit of God's Spirit. Patience, kindness, peace, and consistency. The longer you stayed around them, the more you realized they weren't adding to your life, they were subtracting. They weren't destiny partners, they were destiny delays. But now, chosen one, God is moving you into a season of divine discernment. Your spiritual eyesight is being sharpened. The veil is lifting, and your spirit will no longer mistake a counterfeit for the real thing. You will be able to sense motives, discern intentions, and feel the difference between someone who is assigned to you and someone who is only attached to you. Remember this: attachments drain, but assignments sustain. God is bringing you into a place where you will know the difference instantly. The person God is about to send into your life will not distract you from your calling. They will push you deeper into it. They will not compete with your light. They will complement it. They will not try to silence your voice. They will help amplify it. They will not make you feel small. They will remind you of who you really are. Their presence will not bring confusion, drama, or emotional instability. Instead, they will carry the fragrance of peace, the weight of clarity, and the confirmation of God's hand. Chosen one, pay attention to how people make your spirit feel. Distractions leave you second-guessing yourself, doubting your purpose and questioning your worth. Destiny helpers, on the other hand, leave you feeling empowered, affirmed, and aligned. Distractions make withdrawals. Destiny helpers make deposits. Distractions drain you of time and energy. Destiny helpers sharpen you, challenge you, and strengthen your faith. One pulls you out of your lane. The other propels you further down your God-given path. This is why discernment is one of the most valuable gifts you will carry in this next season. God is teaching you to guard your heart, not out of fear but out of wisdom. You will learn to test every spirit, weigh every word, and watch every fruit. Not everyone who smiles is sincere, and not everyone who stays close is truly for you. But when God sends the right person, you won't have to guess. There will be alignment, not resistance. There will be flow, not force. There will be growth, not stagnation. So be encouraged, chosen one. The people who were distractions had to fall away, so you could make room for the helpers God has chosen. Chapter 3. A meeting written before time. Chosen one, before you even took your first breath, before your eyes ever opened to the light of this world, God had already written your story. And in that story, He carefully wove in divine connections, people who would appear at the exact time you needed them. Nothing about this meeting is random. It is not a coincidence, and it is not luck. It is a chapter in your destiny that was scheduled long before you even knew what destiny was. The same way God told Jeremiah, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart." He also knew the relationships, partnerships, and covenant connections you would need to sustain the assignment He gave you. Just as your calling was predetermined, so were the helpers, encouragers, and kingdom allies who would walk with you along the way. This person is not just someone passing through. They are an intentional part of God's blueprint for your life. Think of David and Jonathan. Their meeting was not by chance. Jonathan's loyalty, love, and covenant with David helped sustain him during some of the darkest seasons of his life. Without Jonathan, David may have never survived Saul's pursuit. Their connection was essential, not optional. Or think of Mary and Elizabeth. Both carried miraculous pregnancies that would change the world, John the Baptist preparing the way and Jesus being the way. Chapter 4. Purpose over personality. Chosen one, understand this clearly. The one God is sending into your life is not simply about chemistry, looks, or personal preference. It is about purpose. In this world, people are quick to choose based on appearance, charm, or personality traits that appeal to their emotions. But God does not build relationships on shallow foundations. He builds them on assignment, alignment, and eternal purpose. This is why so many of your past connections did not last. They were attractive on the outside but empty on the inside. They were built on human desire, not on divine design. Chosen one, you must realize that the kind of relationship God is preparing you for cannot be compared to anything you've had before. This isn't about temporary happiness. It's about eternal significance. The person God is aligning you with will not only resonate with your spirit, but they will also carry something you need for your mission. They are a missing piece of the divine puzzle in your life. And just as you carry a piece they need, together you will unlock dimensions of purpose that neither of you could access alone. Think about it this way. Personality may draw two people together, but purpose keeps them together. Personality can entertain, but purpose empowers. Personality may spark excitement, but purpose produces fruit. Many of your past relationships failed because they lacked assignment. They were built on attraction, on convenience, or on fleshly desires. But what God is bringing into your life now is not just a connection. It is a covenant. It is not just companionship. It is kingdom partnership. When you meet this person, the bond will go beyond surface-level traits. Yes, there may be attraction. Yes, there may be chemistry. But what will stand out most is the sense of divine alignment. You will feel peace, clarity, and confirmation in your spirit. You will notice that their vision doesn't compete with yours. It complements it. Their prayers align with yours. Their heart beats for the things of God just like yours does. And together, your partnership will multiply impact, influence, and fruitfulness. Chosen one, understand that this kind of relationship is not about self-fulfillment. It's about kingdom advancement. It's about two people coming together to carry out a greater mission. It's about breaking generational chains, raising standards, building legacies, and carrying light into places that desperately need it. When God joins two people for purpose, the enemy trembles because he knows their union will produce fruit that will touch generations. This is why the wait has been long. This is why you couldn't just settle for anyone. This is why God closed doors and allowed heartbreaks, because he was preserving you for someone who is more than just a partner. They are a divine collaborator, a co-builder, a co-warrior in the spirit. And when you walk together, the world will see the evidence of what happens when purpose chooses over personality. So, chosen one, don't be distracted by surface-level attraction anymore. Don't fall for temporary sparks that lead to permanent scars. God is bringing you someone who will not just light up your emotions, but ignite your destiny. And when they arrive, you will finally understand that this was never about what looked good on paper. It was about what was written in heaven. Chapter 5, the confirmation of peace. How will you know it's them, chosen one? The answer is simple yet profound. The confirmation will not be in how excited your flesh feels, but in the peace your spirit carries. Fleshly attraction can be deceptive. It can spark emotions that fade quickly, but spiritual alignment produces peace that cannot be shaken. God's presence is always accompanied by peace, and when he ordains a connection, his peace becomes the anchor that steadies it. Remember this truth: God does not bless confusion. He does not send division. He does not require you to compromise your values, question your worth, or silence your voice in order to be loved. If you constantly feel unsettled, anxious, or uncertain in someone's presence, that is not God's confirmation. It is a warning. The right connection will not pull you into cycles of fear and doubt, but will draw you into confidence and clarity. Chosen one, the one God is sending will not make you feel like you have to beg for love or chase their attention. You won't have to compete for their loyalty or question their intentions. You won't feel drained by their presence. You will feel strengthened. They will not force you to shrink who you are just to be accepted. Instead, their presence will feel like home, like a safe haven where your soul can breathe freely. Their love will not be manipulative or conditional. It will reflect God's kind of love, steady and secure. This peace isn't passive, it's powerful. It's the kind of peace that confirms alignment with God's will. Their words will echo what God has already whispered to your heart, confirming dreams, visions, and prayers you've been carrying in silence. Their actions will align with their words, and their consistency will match their confession. That is how you will know this is from God. Not because it's perfect, but because it carries peace, truth, and fruit. The person God sends will not just fit into your life. They will push you closer to Him. They will inspire you to walk deeper with God, not drift away. They will remind you of your calling when you feel weary. and they will pray with you when you feel weak. Together, you will sharpen one another like iron sharpens iron. Their presence will water the seeds of destiny within you, causing growth, not stagnation. The fruit of this connection will be unmistakable: peace, growth, and mutual edification. You will find yourself becoming more of who God created you to be, not less. You will feel encouraged, not belittled. You will experience stability, not chaos. And even when challenges arise, peace will remain the foundation, reminding you that what God ordains, He also sustains. So, chosen one, when they come, do not just listen to your heart or your emotions. Listen to your spirit. If there is peace, if there is alignment, if there is confirmation in prayer, then you will know this connection was not built by man's effort, but by God's hand. Chapter 6. Your season of preparation is why you're ready now. Chosen one, you may not realize it, but every season of isolation, heartbreak, pruning, and waiting has been divinely designed to prepare you for this very moment. The nights you cried yourself to sleep, the times you questioned God's silence, the years where it felt like nothing was working out, none of it was wasted. Heaven was shaping your character, refining your spirit, and molding your heart so that when this connection finally came, you would be able to handle it with maturity and wisdom. If this person had entered your life too early, you might not have recognized them. You might have been blinded by immaturity, distracted by shallow attraction, or consumed by your own insecurities. You may have mistaken counterfeits for the real thing and sabotaged something sacred. But now, after all that you've walked through, you are not the same person you once were. You have discernment. You have resilience. You've learned to hear God's voice above the noise of the crowd. That's why this is your time, chosen one. You've grown through the fire. You've been tested in loneliness, and instead of breaking, you became stronger. You've been rejected, but instead of becoming bitter, you became wiser. You've carried burdens silently, but instead of giving up, you learned perseverance. All of that was preparation. God didn't withhold this connection to punish you. He withheld it to protect you until you were ready to steward it well. Now you can see the difference between someone who is simply attracted to your light and someone who is divinely assigned to your light. You can recognize energy drainers and counterfeit connections, and you can discern alignment by the Spirit. This growth allows you to open your heart without losing your focus, to love deeply without compromising your identity, and to build with someone without abandoning the blueprint God placed in your soul. This connection will not complete you, chosen one. You are already whole in God. This person will not be the missing half of your soul, but rather a complement to the wholeness you already walk in. Two whole vessels joining together is what creates a divine partnership that multiplies impact and influence. You no longer come from a place of desperation. You now move from a place of fullness. That is why you will not lose yourself in this union. Instead, you will discover more of yourself through it, because true alignment brings expansion, not reduction. Understand this: your preparation was not wasted time, it was sacred training. God was teaching you how to love without idolatry, how to give without losing, and how to stand firm in your assignment while walking in union. That's why now when this connection arrives, you won't mishandle it. You will treasure it, protect it, and allow it to grow in God's timing. This is your season, chosen one. You are not stepping into this unprepared. You are stepping in refined, equipped, and aligned. The very process you once resented has now become the very reason you're ready. Chapter 7. The Unveiling of Divine Alignment. Chosen one, prepare yourself. The unveiling of this divine connection is closer than you think, and it will come in such a way that you cannot mistake it for anything but God's hand. This isn't something you will need to force, chase, or manipulate. It will not be the result of endless striving or human schemes. No, this unveiling is a move of heaven, a divine appointment written into the blueprint. God has been working behind the scenes, orchestrating details you could not see. For years you may have thought the delays were denials, but in truth they were divine protection. Every closed door, every failed relationship, every sudden ending was heaven's way of making sure the stage was set for this unveiling. Now, as you step into alignment, God is about to open your eyes to what He has prepared, and it will feel both unexpected and inevitable at the same time. You may encounter this person in the most ordinary of places, at work, in a chance conversation, in a space you didn't even plan to be in. Yet when it happens, Your spirit will immediately recognize it as extraordinary. It will feel familiar, as if you've known them before, because in a way you have. Before the foundations of the earth, God designed this alignment. Your soul has been waiting for this unveiling, and that is why it will feel like a supernatural confirmation rather than a coincidence. The confirmation won't come in fireworks of the flesh, but in the stillness of the spirit. The Bible says God is not the author of confusion, 1 Corinthians 14:33, and that principle will be your guide. This person will not bring chaos into your life. They will bring clarity. They will not create division in your spirit. They will bring peace that passes understanding. Their presence will echo what God has already spoken to you in secret. They will not contradict your assignment, but rather complement it, magnify it, and walk with you in it. Chosen one, this is more than a meeting. It is a kingdom alignment, a convergence of purposes designed to multiply impact. Think of Ruth meeting Boaz, not by chance but by divine orchestration. Think of David meeting Jonathan, a covenant friendship that fueled destiny. Think of Mary and Elizabeth, two women whose lives carried world-shifting assignments, connected at the perfect time to strengthen and confirm each other. In the same way, your unveiling is a strategic moment in the story of your life. Together, you and this person will walk in purpose that neither of you could fulfill alone. But here is the key: remain rooted in prayer. Keep your discernment sharp. Don't let impatience drive you to accept counterfeits in this season of unveiling. The enemy will always try to send imitations before the original arrives. That's why you must test every spirit and allow the peace of God to rule in your heart, Colossians 3:15. The true unveiling will not drain your energy, it will energize your purpose. It will not distract you, it will refocus you. It will not silence your voice, it will amplify it. Chosen one, understand this truth: God never reveals too early, and He never reveals too late. The unveiling comes at the exact moment when your preparation and your purpose intersect. All the trials you endured, all the lessons you learned, and all the faithfulness you displayed in waiting, these have made you ready for this divine connection. You are no longer in the season of sowing alone. The unveiling marks the beginning of a season of partnership, alignment, and multiplied harvest. So stay expectant, stay faithful, stay open. The ordinary is about to be interrupted by the extraordinary. What feels like another normal day will suddenly become the day heaven fulfills a piece of your destiny. When it happens, you won't question if it was God. You will know. You will feel it. You will see the fruit, and you will testify that the unveiling of divine alignment was worth every season of waiting. This is not just someone entering your life. This is the manifestation of a connection written before time, sealed in heaven, and now unveiled on earth. Chosen one, the alignment is coming, and when it arrives, your journey will never be the same again.